The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is SHINA. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. SHINA will be waiting for you.
Hey guys, my name is SHINA OYINLOLA, and I'm trying to let you know that Abntv do live stream events. Do you have any event coming up? Do you want somebody to do that for you? Live stream your event either to your own portal or to Abntv Direct. Call on us now, 346 426 5650 650 650 346 426 5650. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you.
Hello everyone, so good to know that you're there. Well, I am always happy to do this. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I want to welcome all of you. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you that show your concern concerning this program. We're making waves. Oh, definitely, we're reaching far and beyond, and I really appreciate all of you. I was surprised to get a call from France today, or someone that is a loyal listener to this program. All of you throughout the entire world watching this program, thank you very much for your support. Now, hey, that being said, do you have anything you want to advertise, any product or services that you want the world to know about it? It's an opportunity for you to catch it when it's early. Call on us, send text, send messages, and we would like to partner with you. Or do you want to sponsor this particular program, Sharing Life Matters with SHINA? That would be a delight in my heart. And so I'll be waiting on you. Make sure you call, and we'll definitely guide you. Above all, it is extremely cheap. Our program is designed to create positive vibes in the society. So no way do we frustrate people or drive people away using costs. No, we're very cheap because it is a program meant for everyone in the society. It's only when you call that you would understand. So do call and let's know your product, whether it is small or big. Surely you want the world to hear about your product, and we will. Tonight, well, we had a very major discussion yesterday, and we're going to continue with that because there's a kind of development that I would like you guys to hear and to talk about. Really, again, For those of you that did not listen last night, you may have to watch the program of last night to understand. But in a short word, in just a summary, a teenage girl had been put in a family way by her stepdad, and the mother, that is the man's wife, the teenage mother, has decided not to leave the man. All right, so as of now, all of them are still in that same house. The mother who brought the report to me was listening yesterday. She's listening right now as we speak. Wow, she was wowed yesterday. At a point, she said she was crying. She was crying because for some reasons, she felt love. She felt that, oh, our matters were being discussed, and she really was very grateful. She extends her gratitude to all of you that contributed yesterday, but definitely she's not going to call in and she won't appear, but she was really, really touched. Tonight, there's a development and we're going to all be discussing it together. And so I'll go on a break almost very shortly, and when we come, I will explain the development to you. Do not forget that domestic violence is a major issue in our society, and all of us must put our hands on the deck to find a way to reduce it. We may never be able to eradicate domestic violence, but it must be reduced to the barest minimum. What's your contribution? This is my contribution. That's why I do what I do. The least you can do is to contribute to this program. It's to help somebody else understand that violence is not an answer. It's to pick your phone or call other people to listen to this program and discuss it. It goes a long way. Silence is bad. When you're silent about a matter, it's like you're adding to the fire that is destroying the society. So I do beg on you, if all you want to contribute is just to pick your phone and make a call and contribute to the program, just like the woman that we're discussing, honestly, you can't tell how much you are reaching into the hearts of people and making them to feel that, yes, I am not alone. When we keep quiet, we leave people to their own fate. I read something very sadly last night. I read the guy was confessing. Only people that live in the third world nations may really understand what I'm about to say. I'm not making this the topic tonight. I'm only just telling you how wicked this word could be. Someone has been selling human heads in one of the countries, and guess how much he's been selling? It will kill someone, and he will sell off the head. In dollar, $10. That's the worth of somebody's head somewhere. It's a very terrible society. It's a very wicked society. You and I cannot afford to keep quiet any longer. I do beg you, silence is not helpful. We must speak out until everybody knows that violence must stop. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. When we return, we'll hit the ground running and discuss the matters on ground. I will see you at the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office
12202 Bishop Street, Houston, Texas 77072.
Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Asu Rock African Market. We work hard to provide you with a wide selection of things you enjoy from Africa that are of the greatest quality. We are the premier African grocery store franchise in USA. African food products, meats, pastries, and hot and ready-eat meals. Check us out today at www.azurrockmarket.com. Open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. 13711 Western Road, Suite A1, Houston, Texas 77077. Seamless, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grub Up, and Postmates. Call us now at 832-990-7590. In-store shopping or in-store pickup and deliveries. Azu Rock African Markets. Catering and everyday entertaining.
Happy New Year! As last year ends, which is 2022, poverty ends, stagnation ends, promise and fail ends, depression ends. I just want you to understand that at Abntv, we have reasons to be happy with you because you are alive. And I pray that we won't just be alive for being alive's sake. We'll be alive to enjoy being alive in the mighty name of Jesus. My name is SHINA OYINLOLA. From January 1st to March 31st, your ad making will be $500 and we will give you a 2 weeks free usage on Abntv and all our platforms. Thank you so much for being there for us. Thank you for being there all the time. God bless you. And I want to let you know that we love you. Bye for now.
Daddy Autos, Daddy Autos. Car sales, car repair, body works, title services, record services, insurance claims, and vehicle inspections. Call us now at 832-759-3324. Don't forget, free oil change when you make 2 synthetic oil change visits. The third is free. Daddy Autos, 9815 Honeywell Street, Houston, Texas 77074, or at www.daddyautos.com or info@daddyautos.com. Daddy Autos, best in auto repair.
Welcome back. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I am so happy to be the one bringing this to you. Yes, for time's sake, let's quickly go straight to the point. After our program last night, the lady in question called me, and she was overwhelmed by the support, seriously. And I asked her a question. I said, well, were you offended by any of the comments? And she was like, no. All the comments were very useful to her. And indeed, she's taken a decision. She's trying to heal. Again, on this program, we cannot judge. We are not the judge. We basically just help people. And so that made us to discuss further what she has done or what she found out and what particularly she's going to be doing about the pregnancy. Now, what she's going to be doing about the pregnancy of her daughter for her husband, I will leave that private. I may not be able to discuss that tonight, but maybe at another time. But then, for tonight's sake, we were able to talk at length what actually transpired, what brought about the issue of your daughter getting pregnant for your husband. And she opened up. Of course, she wants us to discuss it tonight, and she's listening. Every word you're saying, she's very, very happy that we're discussing. Now, remember I told you yesterday that at the initial stage, the lady, the teenage girl was very unfriendly with the man. Then suddenly things changed. Of course, I was able to find out that at the time that she was unfriendly with the man, that was when the man was making passes at her. She saw it coming, right? She saw it coming. Maybe next week or some other time, we're really going to descend on the influence of the mother, but that's not what we're discussing tonight. So the teenager saw it coming. She didn't say anything to anybody, at least not to her mother, or until, well, herself and the man got into a kind of understanding, and it happened. And that was when she started opening up and becoming very happy with the man. But that's not where we're going. Where are we going tonight? I asked the mother, did you at any time ask your husband why he would do that to you? And she said, yes, he did. What was his reply? Oh, you want to hear? And that exactly is going to be our discussion tonight. Was she raped? No. The girl actually confirmed that she was not raped. All right. Was she drugged? No. Was the man under the influence of anything? No. What happened? Here was what the man said. And very soon we'll open the phone lines and I want us to discuss it. The reason why we're discussing this is there's so many ladies that are planning to move on. I want you to move on. Ladies, move on if you have to move on. But then you must be very careful, particularly when you have a girl child. All right, that's just the sincere truth. Your girl could be young, your girl could be old enough, but you must be very careful. Like we said yesterday, you must put your ears to the ground and listen to what your daughter has to say. Do not yell at them all the time that they have something to say. There could be something beneficial. Anyway, because the man has been pleading, he's been begging. Hey, they are all still in that same house. All right, what will happen? I don't know right now. But here was what the man said. He did not want to do it. But the seduction from the girl was too much for him to bear. At a point, he said, according to him, he tried to discuss the matter with his wife, that is the teenager's mother. But for some reasons, he wasn't bold enough because he would be seen like someone that was lusting after the girl. He said he wasn't really lusting after the girl, but that the girl had him carried away by the way she was seducing. The things she was wearing, the way she was being too free. And before you knew it, he said he made, in quote, a mistake. How many times did the mistake happen? That's another discussion entirely. Girls, ladies, seriously, if you're not listening to your children, you're in trouble. You be bold. Be bold to ask them. Now, so he said because the girl was seducing him, he made the mistakes over several times, and unfortunately, the girl became pregnant. They tried to cover it, to take it out, but he was risking facing legal issues, and that was the only reason why this whole thing, as a matter of fact, he was trying to take him out of state. He was planning to take her out of state where they could get rid of that. That again is another ball game entirely. But the discussion tonight is the fact that he said the 18-year-old girl was seducing him. And my question tonight, one, for the men, one, your stepdaughter, your 18-year-old, I know that your stepdaughter is not your biological daughter. Let's face reality. Though a lot of times you can grow up to the level of seeing the girl as your daughter if you know what you're doing, which is all right. But realistically, the girl is not your stepdaughter. Can your 18-year-old daughter seduce you? Is it okay for an 18-year-old stepdaughter to seduce a man that he's married to her mother? Because this guy was saying, hey, I'm not saying don't blame me, but hey, cut me some slack. The girl was seducing me, and what do you, and no, she didn't tell me to say this, but let me tell you from our discussion, the woman feels sorry for the man. The lady, she's feeling that, okay, I know you're a man, but you should have told me. She's hammering on the fact that I know you're a man, I know you're a man, I know you're a man. Being a man can your stepdaughter seduce you so much that you will go into her while you're married to her mother, now raising children through her? Number two, what are the things that people that are in that same situation, not because there's anything happening between the teenage girl and the husband now, I'm talking about people in that same situation. What are the things they should guide from? The reality is that this man has said he was seduced, which is possible. The dressing, should it change within the house, or can the girl be very free? You know, your biological daughter could actually walk about in undies in front of you. As far as you're concerned, you really don't see anything, which is very true, which is very normal. Now, your stepdaughter, that also is like your biological daughter, could feel that free, that, hey, I'm with my family, I'm with my dad, I can wear bump shorts, I can dress anyhow, I can, you know, because I'm with my family. That shouldn't be a problem. But this man was feeling aroused. So do we now limit, if you're moved on, if you're married to somebody else and you have a teenager as a child, that is a girl, do you now in your own house create dressing code, or what else can you do? How do you protect? Now, protecting children is probably easier. You're everywhere with your child, you're carrying her everywhere, under 10, you know, you're going everywhere. The child has no choice but to follow you. But controlling a 17, 18, 19-year-old girl may be harder. And I want us to face reality. What could they have done to prevent the man from being seduced, as he said? Or are you going to go hard? For me, I'm just like the umpire. Are you going to go hard on the man that said, hey, I'm sorry I did it, but, you know, she seduced me? You know, I don't know what the world is turning into. I know there were terrible things back in the day, but it looks like things are getting far worse than we bargained for. So to this man tonight, how tenable is that excuse that I was seduced? On a final note, just in case you want to add to it, from the way the lady was sounding last night, she wasn't sure anymore. Before we discussed the program, discussed the matter last night, she was still sure that, oh yeah, but I'm still in love with him. But right now, after the discussion, I think some things opened up in her mind, and she's really not very sure of her stand anymore. Her options are opened right now. But then tonight she's listening, and everybody needs to discuss this. Not just because of this lady, but for every other person that has a teenage daughter and is planning to move on. How do you control the teenage daughters? We're not talking about babies. We're not talking about children. We're not talking about toddlers. We're not talking about the year 8, year 10, year 11. We're talking about an 18-year-old girl who feels, hey, I'm free to do what I want to do in my own home. But there's a father that is not her biological father that was feeling like, hey, I can't afford to hold it any longer. And things happened, and she got pregnant. 346-426-5650. That is 346-426-5650, or 336 456-3800. 336-456-3800. Both lines are open right now, and we can all begin to call in to the program. Bynum, I want to thank you for your post on the Facebook yesterday about this program. Thank you very much for doing just that. All right, so the both lines are opened right now, and we need to discuss. The man has said, hey, I was seduced. Is that a tenable excuse? Is that good enough? All right, should you hide your teenager from the man that you're married to. The teenager is fully grown. She has everything a man is looking for. How will you cope? You have to move on. You can't throw your daughter out, you understand, until she's ready to move on. You don't really know who your man is. Of course, we have talked about, I remember Adekoye called yesterday and said, do background check, of course, which is very important. And we also gave you a website, but then there are some that you will not know. We already have a caller. Let's listen to this caller. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Eshman. My name is Sandra.
Hey, Sandra. Thank you very much, Sandra, for always calling onto this program. I really, really appreciate you. All right, Sandra. We have a caller on the other phone. If you could give Sandra just 2 minutes, please do call me back. The other person, no, I've already picked Sandra, so the other person, please drop right now and call me back in 2 minutes. Sandra, you have the floor. This man was feeling seduced by the 18-year-old girl, and that's his excuse. Please, you have the floor. What do you have to say?
Well, first of all, I will say this. Nobody, at least from where I come from, nobody planned to be a single mom.
Okay.
Nobody planned to be a second wife. But things happen.
Things happen.
Circumstances happen. Then if you say you want to move on, you want to move on because you want a protection. You want a man that is going to protect you and your family and your children.
Correct.
That's the reason you want to move on.
Correct.
And the same people that you want to feel that they're going to shield you are still the one that is going to backstab you. For the teenage girl, she has the whole right to walk in the house naked, anyhow she want to walk. What if he was the biological father to that girl? Is he? Will he tell me that she's seducing him or what? So she might not be seducing the man, but she just walked freely in the house. The man must have been brainwashed her and be giving her stuff, money.
Yes. We found out that he was giving her a lot.
That's why. Because initially, I don't even think the girl seduced him. Because if she did, there won't be problem at the first instance. Because they were having issues. She doesn't like the man.
Yeah.
So, then if you now say a 18-year-old lady is seducing you in the house that is supposed to be your daughter, then something is wrong with the man.
Sandra, just before I let you go, the reality is that the man is not the biological father. I'm sure you know that.
I know he's the stepfather. The stepfather is supposed to be the father.
So if a girl is flaunting side boobs before a man that is not her biological father, do you think...
Whatever she wants to flaunt in the house, she lives in that house.
In her house. I wish to hear from men.
We cannot restrict our children from dressing.
Yes.
But we can also caution them. We can also caution them, but because maybe there's no rapport between her and the mother.
Exactly. That's going to be a discussion for another time. You understand?
There's no good relationship between them, because if not, she should have discussed that with her mom. And if the man was sincere enough, there's no way he would have done that.
Okay.
At least he would have called his wife and said, this is what is going
on. Exactly. Well, they asked him that and he said he didn't want to act like someone that was lusting after the girl. All right. Sandra, I really want to appreciate you. I just want to give room for as many calls as possible tonight. All right. I appreciate you, Sandra. I promise you, I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much and have a good night, Sandra. Yes, the person calling on the other line, go ahead. The line is free now. You can please call in right now. Or if you want to call in, both lines are free right now. 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. All right, we have another caller. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Good evening. This is Benga. I'm calling from Israel.
Hey, Benga. Number one, I'm so happy is a man that is calling. I got some questions for you. Thank you very much, Benga, for calling into the show. And so the man claimed that he was seduced by the 18-year-old girl. As a man, you have the floor. Go ahead and talk, Benga.
I mean, there's no excuse from a man's perspective. Everything the man is saying is around nonsense. I'll just give a case study. If you are telling us that a girl is seducing you, that is why that's a potential rapist there. That is, you will rape girl. If you are telling me a girl is your bad relations with someone you shouldn't because the person seduced you, then you have the high potential to
rape the girl.
Yes, it is a problem right there to start with. So there is no excuse from a man's perspective. These are excuses people that rape girls or rape women give. This is rapist behavior. So address some of all those things first and foremost before the man has a problem. I don't think there's any. We are talking about cautioning the girl the way she dresses. Let me tell you something. The girl dress how she likes in her home. It is you who she has seen as father figure that is meant to talk to yourself and behave like a father. Even the mother that exposed the child to that probably saw you as a father figure. Let's not dive too deep into all these things or shifting blame. There's only one person that is to blame in this whole case, and it is the man.
You know what the man did, Benga? I will still give you like a minute to talk. Fine, it would have been a matter of rape eventually if the girl didn't yield. He started coming up with gifts. He started buying stuff for the girl, making the girl feel like the best in school. Now, should he have done that? Or what was his intention?
That is why he can't tell us he can't make excuses of seduction. You have already made advances. You're buying things, you're buying gifts. It's more or less like you are making advances to the girl. This is normal man-woman behavior here. This is a man that is more exposed than even the girl. Yeah, I understand she's an adult, but the man is more exposed. He's married to a mom. He knows all the antics. He knows how he can play on the 10-year-old. He does manipulative behavior. That's rape behavior. There's no excuse for this. That man the woman should kick him out of her life completely. There shouldn't be any form of. And secondly, for a woman, you still have feelings for a man that did this to your child. You also need to get checked. You also have a problem. That's a man. You should have.
Okay.
Yeah, that's someone you bite off his ear. You leave him a permanent scar on his body.
All right.
Never forget to do that to your child. You are talking about having feelings and asking us for advice. You don't need advice. You also need help. Thank you very much.
Benga, I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much. All right. Have a good night, and I hope to hear from you next week. All right. The lines are still open. While we're talking on the phone, the lady actually sent me a text just to confirm that she's listening and that she's very happy that we're discussing this matter. Benga, she took the correction. Before our program yesterday, she thought she was still in love with the man. But of course, after the program, our eyes opened and she's reviewing all options before her, including seeking legal actions as well. All right. She's just reviewing everything. All right. So I appreciate all those of you that have called. Of course, the lines are still open. 346-426-5650, 336-456-3800. While I wait on your call, one of the main things that this man used, we lost the call. A call came in, but we lost it. But please go ahead and call again, all right? Go ahead and call again. One of the major weapons that this guy used was not just sweet words, but buying of gifts. Women, you need to ask your daughters questions. And that is the truth. Particularly those of you watching me from the third world countries. Please listen. And I don't mean to look down on anybody, but it really doesn't balance up when the dad is a vendor and the mom is a petty trader, but the daughter is using iPhone 14. Now, in most third world countries, you can't just go pick a phone and start paying instrumentally. It's always cash. You pay it and you own it. But then, if you can't afford a thing and you see your daughter using it, huge questions should be asked. Your daughter can't just come home with a car that you know you didn't buy for her. The husband, the father didn't buy for her. She couldn't afford it. I'm not saying she wouldn't use it, but just have an idea of how she got it. Sometimes when they tell you how they are getting the stuff that they are having, it could give you an idea of how to advise them. Never look the other way. And that was what this man used on this girl. Too much gift. Shower with gift. Gift, and gift. It's going to be Valentine's Day very soon. The things your daughters are bringing home, you got to ask questions. We'll go there and appreciate. Usually it will start to thank you. Then the useless hug me. Don't I deserve a hug? The hug will lead to something else, and that will lead to another thing. Mothers, you can't afford to be quiet. I know it's a free word. Hey, as long as your daughter is living under your roof, she ain't free. The lines are still open. Don't leave me to myself, all right? 346-426-5650. 336-456-3800. As long as she's still under... Remember, we're not talking about boys yet. It's another thing entirely when we talk about teenage boys, all right? But for tonight, we're still talking about girls. As long as she's under your roof, she's not free. Hey, anybody can make a mistake. But the problem is lack of communication. When you're not communicating well, when there's no rapport between you and your dependents, they will make mistakes. They will hide the mistakes from you. The mistakes will germinate. They will get used to it, and they will live by it. A lot of people that are on the road today and selling their own bodies. It's not that there are no other jobs. It's because when they started with their neighbors, nobody asked questions. Now, this girl's life has been put in a balance. She's regretting it. She's slipping into depression. She's realizing that this shouldn't have been done. But then, somebody should have asked a question. We have a caller. Let's quickly pick this call. Good evening. This is Share Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Ereme.
Ereme, it's been a while. Good evening, Ereme, and you're most welcome. Ereme, you have the floor. I want you to be louder, though. You have the floor. This man said he was seduced. How do you think we should have handled this case? Go ahead, Ereme.
Unfortunately, I could not listen to this program in Tuesday, Wednesday, but I think I'll read to. What I want to say, we are all learning. Something else came on that man, which made him to do what he did, whether he was lured into it or devil or whatever. That means he himself is not disciplined enough. He should discipline himself. Then the girl in question or whatever, we should really make sure that we pay attention to our children.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the girls. When we were growing up, the girls and boys don't even sleep in the same room. Once once you are getting, then you will say 2 years, 3 years. They don't
start separating them.
Even from the separate rooms, even with children from the same parents. Even those that I know that they are using one room or what they call room and parlor. There's a way they demarcate between boys and girls. So we mothers should pay more attention to our girls. And this issue of allowing girls to dress anyhow once they are 13, you believe that you want them to be civilized. We call it civilization. No, it should not be. We should pay attention. A lot of things go on where we are. You see them on the road. You see them everywhere. You see them, and the way
that's true.
Made men.
On a summer afternoon, even at the stores.
Exactly. Men can easily fall, but thank God for those that are well disciplined. So that is that. You should pay attention to the way the girls dress from home, and let them know that it's not every gift you collect. So it's not even a matter of bringing gifts home. You now question them, how do they get it home? Let them know from time that you don't collect gifts from anybody, especially from the opposite sex. It's not done. For the man, God will help the man. And for the woman, the wife, as they salute her courage, God will teach her. I don't know what she will do.
Remy, Sandra made a statement, and I want you to please help me out. It's still playing in my head. She said, okay, the man has come into the lady's life, the mother's life, so they see themselves as a family. She said the 18-year-old girl should feel free to dress anyhow within the context of her home. She can walk about, almost naked. Now, what do you think? There's a new man now. Much as we try to make it sound good, the man is not her biological father. Can she walk about, with her boobs hanging everywhere?
No, I disagree, because only God knows how they started. How he started with the mom. If it's somebody that really accepts this girl from the beginning as our own biological daughter, it may help. But I don't think so.
So you don't think she should be that free to be dressing anyhow?
No.
Okay.
Even if it's your biological father, once a girl is growing up, there's a limit to the exposure.
That's true.
We should allow you to be in the house.
All right, Remy, I really thank you. We have another caller right now, and I guess I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you again. All right. Good evening. This is Share Life Matters with Eshma. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Hey, Eshma, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
My name is Tayo. I'm calling from Indiana.
All right, Tayo from Indiana. Yes, you must have heard this old story. What do you think? The floor is yours. Quickly, Tayo. Can the girl be working about as much as she likes with a new man? The man claimed that he was seduced by her. The man bought her a lot of gifts and she was accepting. I don't know which of them you want to pick, or any of your choice. You have the floor.
Thank you. But please, you have to give me some few minutes so I'll be able to address the matter. So anybody calling should please give me ample of time, like 2 minutes. So
okay, you have 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
All right, thank you so much. So let me start from the callers first. I think there's a problem in this world already, because I do not understand why trust is really, really a big deal. It costs a few seconds or minutes for any molester of child, be it male or female, to perform the random act. Someone called and said that she cannot leave her daughter with the probably husband, the dad of the child.
Yes.
Not even the stepdad. There's a trust issue. And
wow.
Problem in this
That's huge.
Now, you might be sleeping and something might happen. So I don't understand why would you prefer a babysitter who could actually molest your child as well to somebody that you're living with. Why marry someone when you know that you don't trust?
You don't trust the person.
So don't bother marrying again. Stay with your child and live with your child forever. That would be a very good point for anyone that chooses to think that she's the only one that can live as a pure person in this world. So it has become imperative for people to understand that you can trust yourself, but you don't want to trust anyone else. So you are as good as not trusting yourself. So there's a problem in this world. So for such a person, you can imagine that there could be a potential problem in the proposed or in the envisaged marriage that is about to happen. In my true opinion. Now, anyone that says that a teenager actually seduces him or her has a problem as well. Like there are 8 billion people in this world. 8 billion people. Let's not split it half. Let's say 4 billion men, 4 billion women. There are so many people you can actually go to if you want to satisfy your sexual desire than coming into the family where you think you live. You cannot keep such secrets forever. There will always be a problem. I will erupt one day. So why molest a child that is not right yet ripe to decide for him or herself what he needs to do? So for the incident that happened, I commiserate with the person. There's nothing I can say to say that because it's a very, very bad incident. It is easy to advise people on such incidents than to be the victim. So it is a pure, sad incident that requires a lot of psychological lectures to be able to overcome. It's not something you can just take off your mind.
Sure, she's getting help right now.
Your child is pregnant for your husband. It's not something we can just say, we can just discuss right here. And she just needs to decide in mind whatever might actually give her sincere and good mental health. That is what she needs to decide. Nobody will advise her on what to do because she's putting on that shoe and she'll be able to decide where exactly the shoe pinches. So I can tell her from my perspective, it has not happened to me. I can't give you the advice. But it is you that knows that, okay, where does the happiness lie? If your happiness lie in the family, try to keep the family together. But the funny thing is that it will still happen again between the daughter and the father if they still live together. So it is left for you to decide, choose who you want to live with. Your child one day will go and marry again, and you will be lonely. You can't live with your daughter or your son
all by yourself alone.
Married. So know that you have the right to live for yourself. Procreation is part of life, but living your own life is part of life as well.
That's true.
So your daughter will grow up one day when she's 18, get married, as happily married, and forget about you. She can only call you once in a while,
yes,
or probably once in a day as the time permits. But know that you have your life to live at that point in time.
All right.
Do not start looking for love when you're 50 or when you're 60. That is for Sola.
All right.
So,
all right.
I'm just trying to wrap up everything.
Okay.
So, and my last sentence would be that the victim should please make sure that the child, the pregnant child,
yes,
lives with a good, lives in a serene environment that can make her either forget the incident,
yes,
or they should try and train her in such a way that she will be a better person in the future.
All right.
Her life has been truncated already.
All right.
She needs to live a pure life.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it, Tayo. Because of time, we have to go on a very quick break right now. But Tayo asked the question, and I want us to discuss it when we come from break. Why would a lady be scared of leaving her own daughter with the daughter's father, biologically or step? How did we come this far? This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
Sunrise African Supermarket has been in existence for a while now with everyday 5-star rating. All our customers, love one-stop shopping experience. Come, see and buy your groceries with us. Sunrise African Supermarket, 12639 Business Street, Houston, Texas, 77099. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sundays. Telephone 346-400-7772. Sunrise African Supermarket. Come, see and buy your groceries with us.
You in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests, West Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. You can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out, 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas, 77036, or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A18, Houston, Texas, 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993, 713-969-0362. Westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinctions in stock. Think Westblog for your next.
Making people happy over a long period of time makes us put you first in everything you do with us. We have badged multiple awards, sending and receiving packages.
Amgri Logistics. We ship via air and ocean to Nigeria. We also ship within the USA via FedEx, UPS, USPS, Amazon, and DHL. Amgri Logistics.
We do instant money transfer to any part of the world with the best rate. We also do international driver license. Amgri Logistics. We are at 11850 Business Street, Suite G, Houston, Texas 77099.
Check us out at www.amgrilogistics.com or care@amgrilogistics.com.
Telephone 346-374-7743 or 832-614-5180. IG at Amgri Logistics _.
Tell someone about us because
We are swift, affordable, and reliable.
marriage-based green card, family petitions, VAWA or green card based on marital problems and abuse, employment-based green card, naturalization, immigrants visa application, asylum, born hearing faces visa.
Samuel Agosha
Law Firm 10039, Business Street, Suite 337. Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-427-6224.
Samuel Agosha
Law Firm. Let us fight for you.
Welcome back. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshma. Let's quickly get to this second half of it and before we call it a night. Now, Benga sent me a text that got me cracked up while I was on break. I will quickly read it out to you. He says, this is an undisciplined man. Even if she wears maternity gown, all right, he will still get turned on. We shouldn't blame the girl for the man's flaws. Now, Benga is saying it's not about the girl working about freely, that the man is just an undisciplined man. That even if the girl was covering her body and wearing maternity gown all over, he will still get turned on. Is that true? Is that the way it is? The lines are still open. 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. Now, Taya just brought another dimension to it, and I want all of us to consider it. What will make a woman not be able to trust her own daughter with her own husband? So, who else can you trust? Hey, you can't follow the girl to school. You can't go, like Taya said, you can't even go to daycare with the girl. The girl will still play with some other guys. I think it's all about you raising your children in a particular way. If you're really interested in what they do, you will be able to know more. Listen, this period is another opportunity. It's all in the head of social media that teenagers are grown and matured. They are not. They still cannot reason very well. They still carried away by the things they are getting. Most teenagers right now, particularly in the third world nations, most of them are praying for big phones. They just want to show off that I have these big phones. So you can imagine if there's a man somewhere that is able to buy, what are they going to do? They got to show appreciation. But then you need to be just like Remy said, it's not only when they have brought it home, you need to let them know that every gift has a price. Listen, there is no free lunch, not even in Freetown. Everything you're given, somebody wants something in return. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be sexual matters all the time, but there's absolutely no free gift. They could be giving you stuff because of your parents. They could be giving you stuff because they want to get something in return, but then they could be giving stuff because they just want to lay with you. And so you as a mother, that you know better, do not see your teenagers as people that have reached that age of freedom. They are not. Your child that is living under you must be questioned. If they don't want to be questioned, they should move out, pay their own rent, pay their own bills, be totally free. But as long as they're under you, you can't afford to look on. Ask questions, particularly when they've gone to some places they haven't gone to school, they haven't gone to any place. Where have they gone? We need to get this off our mind that, hey, a maturity is 17. Some believe it's 16. Says who? These are children. These are still people that we can still question, corrected. These are still people that we can still restrict. These are still people that we can still punish. Yes, I said it. And that is the truth. 18, 19, 17, 16, not totally free. And so when we feel that they are mature, they can stand on their own, they bring all sorts. Listen, when we begin to discuss the male teenager, that's when you will know that people are destroying people. And most of the time, parents are the ones destroying their children. You feel that because, you know what they say, oh yeah, he's 17 now, he can join the military. Let's pick this call and I will continue. Good evening, this is Share Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Yeah. My name is Tayo. I'm calling again.
All right, Tayo.
So I was trying to call, I'm trying to call to just correct Titi. Titi is not...
Titi called last night, she didn't call tonight.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let me leave that up then.
No, go ahead. I will let you know.
Okay, yeah. I was saying something about what she said this tonight. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
She's not a correction officer that needs to correct anybody. You understand? On any issues regarding the if somebody probably made a mistake or probably molested a child and you want to keep the person, I don't think that actually is good for you. Let the law take its course. Mm-hmm. The wages of sin is death, and whatever happens to the man should embrace.
Face the consequences.
Exactly.
All right, that's good point, Tayo. Yes. Very good point, and I appreciate you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. All right, while we round up tonight, a very good point. Anyone that goes against the law should face the consequences of the law. This has happened, and it will not surely end here. The lady has learned enough from you and I, particularly all the things we said yesterday. She has learned enough. Don't just take it. No, do something about it. I will make this my last caller for tonight. Last caller, you have 1 minute and a half. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Oh, good evening. My name is Sola.
Hey.
I'm calling from Maryland.
Hey, Sola from Maryland. Thanks for your interest and thanks for calling. Sola, you have the floor. Quickly.
Okay. I'm just going to say something real quick.
Yes.
Before you guys keep hitting and saying teenagers are bad. Yeah, that's true. But I want you guys to know that the sugar daddies, the people spoiling these people, are people from 3-4 generations ago. Do you understand?
Good point.
Who is buying out the expensive phone? Who is paying for all this trip? Who's taking people to Dubai? Who is spoiling people's children? Do you know it's your parents' friend that will actually spoil you before the people in the society? So I think as much as you guys are blaming the teenagers, the adults, the men in their 50s, the men in their 60s, I think they need to be blamed. I think they have a share in it because who are the people sleeping with these teenagers? Before their fellow teenage people sleep with them, they've done this thing over and over and over again with them. So don't just say correct them. I know so many people correcting their children and they are spoiling other people's children. So there's something called karma. You're sleeping with other people's kids. Guess what's going to happen to your own kids? People are still going to sleep with them. No matter how you pray, no matter how you train your child, no matter what you do, it's called karma. It's going to come back to your children. So I think you didn't talk about that. So that's one thing.
Yes, Sola, you're very correct. Unfortunately, time is gone and we may have to revisit this. But one thing that you mentioned where I will probably start next time. Do you know your parents' friends come to your house? Your parents see them as their friends. Meanwhile, they are there touching their daughters and buying stuff for them?
Of course. I've had friends when I was in school who their friends come and visit them in school. Give them the pocket money that their parents could not give to them. Do you understand?
Yes.
So as much as I blame those friends, I think the parents' friends also have the blame in it too. It's okay to share all the blames.
All right. Sola, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we have to... Thank you, Sola. This is where we have to wrap it all up tonight. Time is good. And the lady has sent me a text to say thank you. She's really very grateful. All right. I have a meeting with her, and I will let you know if we're still going to have anything to discuss on that matter next week. But a family has been blessed just because she decided to speak out. To all of you out there, I want to thank you for being a part of this. We're growing good things together. Do you have any story you want us to talk about? Are there things happening in your life? This is Shine Light Matters with Eshman. Let's trash it. And the combination of all of us surely will be able to help you. I want to thank Georgina Bracco tonight. Thank you, Bukola Sarah. Thank you very much, my colleagues, my co-workers, Ehiko Wecho, and our big boss himself, Shino Ayo OYINLOLA. This is Shine Light Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide. Good night, everybody. Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural